Hey, Brianna, thank you for doing the August Mindset Challenge with Kip. I love getting to know everybody's horses. Things I didn't know about Kip, like you told me that, he's only 5, he's running 1D times. He can be kind of excitable when he warms up and all that stuff. And the first time you did this ranch reining pattern today was at a walk and then a trot and then at a lope. And you sent me the video of the lope. And this is the mindset where we walk the pattern and let our horse show us what they think their job is. And you can see that Kip knows the pattern. He wrapped all 3 barrels all by himself and he barely left room for your foot. So he definitely knows that that's the name of the game, to rim these barrels. And he did a good job. And that's why I think it's fun to watch, because horses don't mean to hit a barrel. They don't, they don't mean to do any of that. It's just sometimes with speed or with timing or position, we put him in a bad spot. But you can see this horse has all the fancy broke. He knows his job. The ranch riding, you could see he could spin and stop and leads and quick departures. And then when you go ahead and walk the pattern, the other thing, every horse is unique. That's what I love about doing this for my whole life, is every rider is unique, every horse is unique. And, like you're figuring out he likes hackamores, he doesn't like bits. You're figuring out, what feels good in your hands and the feel that you like to on him. And really, that's all you can do is try things. So I believe you have the flattery hackamore on him. It's also connected at the bottom. The bottom connection with the nose band will give you more control, and it has a little bit of shank, so that gives you more a quicker leverage for rate. And then you can see as you're doing your pattern, the assignment is to only use your eyes and body, and you can use voice if you want to walk your pattern, but no hand or leg cue after you get to your arc, and let them go and show you what they want. So you can see he gave you a nice arc, about a horse and a half stride away, so probably about 14-foot arc there. You're probably 12 to 14 feet away from the barrel. And then at this point, you go to the horn and you have a loose rein, and you just let him do his thing. And you're just kind of looking at your spots. And then you looked up, and look how tight he got to that barrel. I love his little mane blowing. But you can see his focus. He knows that he's supposed to turn this barrel. And then the other thing, look how he moved over right away. And that's something I really love seeing horses taught right from the get-go, that from a walk, they should know when they finish this turn, they should get over right away. And he definitely knows that. You go back to 2 hands. Again, you're not using your hands. You're tapping with your legs a little bit, just probably keep him walking. And then you go to the horn again, and you can see where he wants to come in. He basically, starts to turn really when his shoulder gets the barrel. And that's something he's telling you, that he wants to rate and turn a barrel. And that's why it's so important, that we ride our horses around these barrels and ride them till our legs at the barrel, because they do think that they can just wrap them super tight. And the faster you go, the more they're going to lean. And so look how tight he comes. I mean, look at your shoe, your boot just goes right on top of the barrel there. So, and you just looked around, and look how well he just snaps out. And again, you go back to 2 hands. And the reason it's nice, I think, with horses to get back to 2 hands, especially with futurity colts, is you get them squared up again, because all their muscles are going to be even with their head straight, the neck muscle, the shoulder muscle, the rib cage, the hips, everything's going to be balanced with their front and back feet. But you can do it one-handed too if you're a good rider, and keep your hand in the middle of the neck, and don't move it up or over to the side or hold on to their face too much. So with open horses, you can definitely do it one-handed, but novice horses are almost best to do it 2 hands between. But then watch, as you got to your rate spot, you went ahead and go to the horn right when you get to spot 1, and you can see again, you barely have room around the barrel. But he thinks he can wrap these barrels with 1 foot of space. So, but what I love about it is his brain is thinking turn, turn, turn. So this is a horse that hunts a barrel like a horse would hunt a cow, and you reach down and pet him. And I love that, see that he can walk the pattern too. It's important to me that barrel horses, he took off at a trot, and then you said walk, and he's like, okay. He sure is a handsome boy. And he's a big boy too. You can tell that by your foot is at the top of the barrel when you go by. And we all have those turns. And that's why pocket's important, because we've all seen our pictures where our foot's dragging the ground almost. We're just like 12 inches off the ground. And that's why if you let a horse go smaller than 3 feet and they lean, that's how we hit barrels. And obviously our foot doesn't get to the ground without them getting really low in those turns, right? So that's why it's important. But he's definitely going, hey, I get to this backside and I turn these barrels. So anyways, thank you guys for doing this drill. I love him, and I'm glad you're doing these kind of things with your horses during the week. I think that's what makes you such a great rider, is you're always trying to improve your relationship with your horses and your teamwork, and you always go back to basics. After a long day of work, you always get back on these horses during the week, and you're it's very inspiring and admirable to see you have a full-time job and ride the multiple horses that you ride at the top level that you do. You're definitely a hard worker, and congratulations on all of the winnings that you've been having, and thank you for doing this. I love him. He did a great job, so thanks again.